about the power of good energy as a mom. And when I talk about energy, it's the you can't see the energy, but you can feel it. Have you ever met someone that had, I'll say, good energy and it just brought a smile to your face? It was someone that just seemed like they had a glow about themselves. So it is so important to be able to assess what type of energy you're giving off. And I say especially as a mom because again, we have children that are feeding off of our energy. Excuse me, children that are looking up to us. So it's very important to be able to say, how is my energy? Are the people that are walking up to me or that see me, do they smile? Am I greeted with a smile or am I encountering, people that may not be very receptive of me? So what are you giving off? And I always say with my children, I always want them to see and feel the best version of me, the best energy that I can physically prepare and give to them because I know the importance of my influence in their lives. And this is what really sparked and motivated my journey to start content creating and not to show boat clothes or unboxing, but to spread the message that motherhood is absolutely greater. And when you really start to put things in your life that matter first, you'll notice that the chips kind of fall in line a little bit easier. And I always say this through really living and learning that in areas of my life where things weren't the best option, I was almost like going against the grain. I'm like, man, things are not working out in this end. It was so hard to make what I say is progress. So when things are not really aligning with, I'll say, ease, you have to really reevaluate and reassess if it's really for your good. Because when you're where you're supposed to be, things fall in line. And I always use this example. If I take a seed and let's say it's meant to be planted in a tropical rainforest, and I go take that seed and plant it in the desert, it's not going to yield the fruit and grow to its potential just because it's in the wrong environment. So it's so important for us to make sure that our environment is conducive to the life that we want for ourselves. You first, mom. And then you're able to make decisions that align with your vision with you as a mother, as a woman. And that involves your career, it involves your relationships. And in your diet, everything should align with what you want out of life. And there's nothing wrong with not knowing what you want because I do believe that that's the beauty of life as well. I have stage 4 cancer. Honestly, sending prayers. But remember, we're not in control. We can't, totally focus on things that's out of our control because that it drains our energy. So always try to focus on the things that you can control out of life, the things that you can give thanks for. Because I think we all can agree that there is something in our life that we can say, oh, I wish was better. Or we can say, oh, why me? Why me? But don't focus on the lack. Focus on what you have and what you have an abundance of. And it may not be physical material things. I have an abundance of joy and love to give to my children and myself, and that's something that no one can take from me. So remember to always focus your energy in an area of growth, in an area of what you have versus the dwelling on the absence of something or things that are beyond your control. And our children pick up on that too. So if you are what I call a worry warrior, so I'm stressed, I'm worrying about this, I'm thinking about it, thinking, you're spending more time in your head than actually in the game and actually playing the game. So me, mindset is stronger than anything. I always say someone may be physically stronger than you, but if you're mentally smarter, outthinking them, and this is gonna win every time. You got a person full of muscles can be dumb as a rock. That's my terminology. But that smarter person can say, I can't lift this rock, but I can sure think of a way to make this a levy and to pull it up, and they can think through it. So if you can think your way through it, you can get through it because you physically may not see a way forward. You may be like, Tan, I don't see my way out of this. I've been given this, this is my ultimatum. They wrote me off. Remember, I was in nursing school and I'm literally almost at the end of my program and I was pregnant with my second daughter. Y'all, I was like, oh my God, this program is it's an extensive program with a lot of studying their clinicals. And I don't know about y'all, but me, I'd be getting sciatica, pregnancy induced sciatica, what is it, carpal tunnel. Y'all, my pregnancies take me up through there. But my mindset was strong. It may be pain in my body and cramping in my hands, but my mindset of wanting to win outweighed anything that life could throw at me. So I am here to tell you that mindset is stronger than any worry, any blockage, any barrier of you getting to the other side. If you make up your mind to get to the other side you're going because there's no other option. And that is definitely the type of woman I am, the type of mother I am. I am going forward. And I'll do that alone if I have to. So I'm like, hey, this is where I'm going. Are you going? Because me and my kids going over there. So you have to have that mindset. I say don't play with you. Don't play about you. And that means that you're not going to play with your time, your energy, because it's very important. And remember, our energy rubs off on our children. So if you go let something that's totally insignificant in the bigger picture of your life upset you and throw your energy off, and now you're waking your children up in the morning to get up, because now you're in a bad mood because somebody didn't text you back or somebody did text you and it was bad news. Don't let small things totally outshadow the importance of the mission. The mission is your children. The mission is to be happy, healthy, and whole. The mission is to live as long as you can so you can be here to enjoy your children. Enjoy the life. God didn't put you here. You weren't put on this earth to suffer. You weren't put on this earth to lack. You weren't put on this earth to come second to someone else's glow up. You're not. You first. And I don't care who say it's selfish. Anyone that's going to put selfish on your title, a title over your head, is wanting you to not put yourself first. It's only selfish when you're putting yourself first and the ones that need you are lacking their basic necessities. They're lacking what they're needing from you. Now, that's selfish. So, in no form or fashion am I saying put you first at the expense of the things that need you in life. I'm not saying that. I'm saying sacrifice and be willing to cut off anything that's willing to take you from the things that need you. I'm gonna run that one back one more time. So be willing to sacrifice and cut off ties with anything that's willing to throw you off your path. So when I was in nursing school and I looked up and saw myself being a single mother with two children, I was like, oh, I don't have time to play. I don't have time to hang out with my girlfriends that wanted to hang out anymore. I am a mom on a mission now. And sometimes your journey will allow different people in to flood in the gates at different moments in your life. It may be in your life for a season, but it better have a reason. Everything has to have a reason and a value of some sort, because if it's not adding in your life, it's subtracting. You may say, well, Ted, it's just a phone call. Yes, but that person that's holding you up on the phone when you could have been taking a walk for your health, you could have been grocery shopping for your children, you could have been doing laundry, is taking from you. So I always say that relationships in your life as women, as mothers, they have to be giving. And I don't mean a physical or financial give, because there are people that motivate you to be the best version of yourself. So that's a give. But what I'm saying is don't play about your time, your energy, and just don't play about you. So be the best version of yourself. And that is the birth of confidence. A confident woman is a woman that can't be stopped because you're not worried about the opinion of naysayers or onlookers. Y'all think, I mean, really, y'all think I would care about what people say about my child? My kids are happy in real life. So I don't listen to anything outside of myself because I use reality to be my judge. Are my kids smiling? Is it a genuine joy? Yes. Are my children engaging with friends and they're social? They're not being withdrawn? No. So just trying to always keep the balance and remember not to worry about the voices outside of you, or it's the voice inside of you. That inner voice is the voice that matters. What you're telling yourself. And that's that negative thought too. So at no point do I ever say like, oh, I'm so stupid. I can't do this. I'm not, like, honestly, it feels kind of weird to even hear those words coming out of my mouth, because I'm telling you, I've never been a woman to put myself down. And when I say put myself down and being honest with yourself, they're different. Those are different things. Putting yourself down is speaking negativity over you, name calling yourself, and that's that. Like, I don't play about that. I gotta speak life into myself. My children are listening to the way I speak about me, the way I let people speak to me. So when I say I carry that same energy over in every area of my life, I'm not playing about me. I'm protecting my energy, my peace, because my children need me. My energy is rubbed off on my children. So to be at a job that drains you, put you in the worst negative headspace, and then you come home totally depleted and give your kids what's left of you, and it's definitely not the best version of you after being at a job that's not fulfilling, unhappy, negative energy, and now you bringing that home to your kids. And now they're mommy, because they want to share their day, they just want to talk. They're just being children. And now you are closing the door, and now you're secluded, and don't get me wrong, I'm not judging your actions. I'm just saying, you know what, reevaluate and say, do things serve you? Does it make you and facilitate you being the best version of yourself for you and then for your children if you're a mother? You have to be able to totally assess every area of your life with honesty. And sometimes it's not what we want to hear or what we want to know, but through the truth, can we start making truthful decisions to get where we want to be? You got to have those honest decisions with yourself. And I'm definitely going to be coming on way more with that message. That sparked my journey. My journey of content creating, my journey of just sharing. Turn on the camera, because Tan, is so many moms and women that need to hear your story, the lessons you've learned in life. And you don't always have to learn the hard way. Like, if you chose the hard way, you got to boss up and do what you got to do at that point. But sometimes if you just have a resource, a mentor, someone that you look up to, a platform that you're on. Remember, diet is not just what we're eating. It's what we're consuming through music, through social media. What pages are you following? What type of what are you subscribed to? Is it things that motivate you, inspire you, help you grow, help motivate you to heal yourself? So I am very intentional about even what I'm looking at, because things can influence you subconsciously. So if you're listening to nothing but, what is it? Just do, I don't know. It's so many things that I can run all type of ways with, what your music can be telling you, what your social media platform can be subconsciously feeding you because of the algorithm. So be intentional about what you're following. Me, I'm telling you, when I was in nursing school, I was following people that were going for nursing. When I became a mother, I was following people that were a mother in areas that I wanted to grow. So growth is always there. You can always grow. Just like our hair. People, I think someone was like, my hair don't grow. If you cut those split ends, you're going to give it and start fresh, and change your diet and really be intentional about the routine that you're putting in place for your hair to grow healthy. It's the same thing. Applied it to life. Tan, my life right now, I feel like I'm at a low point. And trust me, I've been there, and I'm going to share that journey. At the mountaintop, people didn't fly to the mountaintop, they had to climb. And how many times did they fall down and got back up to get to the top? So don't dwell on the lack. This is what I'm dealing with. What can I do from where I am? Where do I want to go? And it's not the impossible. And I always say, anything that you want to know in life, you can find out. The absence of knowledge is just an absence of doing and taking the effort and initiative to find the answer. And when I tapped into that, now I feel like I'm all knowing, because if I don't know the answer, I know where to find the answer. And that's what I tell my children. It's not about knowing everything on a test. It's about being able to study the basics, having a foundation, and knowing where to get the answer. And that's the same method that I apply to life. If there are things you don't know, you can find the answer. Be encouraged. Sometimes motivation is all you need to start the journey. You just got to know and have someone say that they believe in you and you can do it. And I'm telling y'all that I believe in you and you can do it. Why? Because I'm living proof. Having a small support system, being counted out, and having to count yourself back in the game. Having to change the narrative, having to control the narrative. Tan has done it. I've lived through it, and I'm here today because of that journey and that message and those life lessons I've learned. It made me a better woman. Sometimes the things that you go through in life, you go through them because it was meant for you to go through them. Really, to maybe save your children, to save someone else. Wait, you touch the stove, you get burned. What do you learn? To never play with that stove again. And now you're gonna be able to, hey, like, hey, that stove hot over there. Don't go by the stove. It's hot. So your journeys in life sometimes is meant to be. So don't spend too much time caught up on why me, why. You can't change the why. You can only change the this is what I'm working with and what am I gonna do to move forward. So you have to do that. Let's see what y'all have in there. Low point things get better. And one thing about rock bottom, baby, ain't nowhere to go but up. I can say that too. Like, come on now. There's nowhere to go but up. So look up, think forward. Be encouraged. So don't think and dwell too long from a place of what's missing. And that's why sometimes in the content, people will say, oh, well, they'll ask about something that they don't see in the picture. Why focus on what you don't see instead of focusing on what's there? So that's one thing about me. I'm not going to do a whole lot of question about why me. Okay, so this is the journey that I'm on. Buckle up, put on them shoes, lace them up, and get to going. Go forward. The only way through it is to go through it. Get past it. You got to go through it sometime. So some people want to, I don't want to go the hard way. So then you spend way too much time trying to look left, look right. Can't look over it. I'm looking under. Go through it. Sometimes you just got to burst through it to get past it. And through that, you're building strength. Through that, you have a life lesson, a journey. And sometimes the ultimate life path is through the life lesson that you had to go through. So don't be discouraged. Don't dwell in a place of lack for too long. Don't let that drain your energy. Don't let it take you out of the game. And I would say the game of life, because baby, it ain't always checkers. It ain't just jumping over. It may be chess because you have to think and use your mental strength, your mental willpower to get through. So I love that. And sometimes your blessings are on the side of a challenge. So me, I don't mind a good challenge because all that do is build your confidence to know what, if I did this, I can do that. They told me I was going to drop out of nursing school. I was like, why the heck would I do that? I have even more reason to make it, to win. And then I always felt like I was going to be the nurse that people needed in the world. And exactly what I was, the amount of lives I've saved. The amount of lives I've touched just by being a shoulder to cry on their time of need. Sometimes, man, through life, nursing has blessed me so much, and that's a part of this journey too. But to be able to be blessed, to be able to stand next to someone in their last moments, to be able to experience the birth of children, and a first time mom, and to be able to give them the courage that they can do it. You can breastfeed, you can do it. Everything that you need is inside of you. Come on now. We're the bearers of life. Come on, like we can like magic. Oh, is magic real? We don't know, but there's some kind of excitement about the joy of being able to snap your finger and voila, something appears. But come on, we're talking about being able to create life. That is a divine feminine. Like, come on, we're the bearers of life. So don't count yourself out when you're the creator of it. So that was my message, y'all. And I don't want to keep it too long because y'all, the message is deep. And I'm definitely coming through with it because I did it, you can do it, and we gonna do it. And I'm not gonna hold y'all up too long, and I'm gonna definitely be coming back live again. But that's the message. Be encouraged. Know that you set the tone and you control the narrative. Can't nobody count you out. Count yourself in and keep your head in the game and vibrate high. Don't focus on low. Remember, a glass that has filled halfway is all in the perception. Is it halfway to the top or we halfway to the bottom? You choose your energy. Choose to excel. Choose high energy. Choose the I can win mentality. Because sometimes mental strength is always going to trump physical. You got to know it starts in the mind. Remember, the brain controls everything in the body. So when there's a will, there is a way. Love y'all, and I'll see you on my next live. Bye, y'all.